Welcome back inside the locker room for another weekly edition of the Rob Morris Women's Basketball Coaches Show. Joined always, I'm your host, Chris Mueller, by Associate Head Coach Charlie Buscaglia, sophomore point guard Randi Jackson. Thank you to the both of you. Coach, we'll start with you. Team starts out 3-1 on the season, but then you have back-to-back losses. What do you see as the reason for those two losses as of late?
Just some bad stretches in the game, of us, not playing through, being tired, and our toughness being tested against two really tough teams. Tennessee Martin and Winthrop are both favorites to win their league. Tennessee Martin, they were one of the top teams in the league, so we dodged them. And then we wound up playing Northern Kentucky, who was a team we felt was the lesser of the two in the first round. And Northern Kentucky really came in with a chip on their shoulder, and I thought they played harder than we did, especially in the second half. They threw some things at us that really hurt us. So, we thought dodging Tennessee Martin in the Classic was a smart move. As it turned out, Northern Kentucky wound up winning both. So, it just goes to show you, with your ranking and all that, how a team could come in and just want it more. And I think that was the first game. And then obviously with Winthrop in the second game, they were a team that was a second game on the road, and I thought we were the advantage there. I thought we had a lot of factors that we could have used against them. But again, built an 8-point lead and then had a real bad stretch in the second half where I felt, Winthrop was kind of going through the motions, and we paced ourselves alongside them, and we could have pulled ahead, and we allowed them back in. And when we allow a team back in like that, and they have Player of the Year in the league and Freshman of the Year in the league coming back, they have players that can make plays. So they kind of went off down the stretch, and I think both games we could have won, but we just didn't get the job done in the second half.
And you were playing without your starting two guard and Nikki. How's the coaching staff controlling that situation?
Nikki was really starting to find herself as a freshman right away, and it was a big devastating thing for us to not have her in the lineup for that weekend. But she's a big part of the team, but we have people that could step up. So we're just looking to the other players on the team to just step up and understand that they're here for a reason also, and it's be out there and to work hard and to pick some teams up when the player goes down. You got to pick your teams up when the player goes down. So Anna Nikki will be back, and she's going well, but until she does, we'll be going after it.
Right, and now the team looks to get back on track with your first away game of the season, December 7th at Niagara. What does a young team like yours face in challenges in playing their first road game of the season?
Challenges are just being on the road, shooting in a different environment, sleeping in a bed outside of your own, just being on the road, going out for dinner the night before, just handling all the things that could make you lose focus if you're not used to it. We usually start 3 freshmen, which is, it's a very rare thing. So, those kids are doing this for the first time. And, as much as we're going out there and as a team, we always enjoy each other and traveling is always fun. We got to understand that it's a business trip, and you have to, focus when you need to focus and relax when you need to relax. So we'll be testing the waters here with the young players early on, because Niagara will be a tough team. They're very tough at home. They play very well there.
Right. Well, thank you, Coach. Randy, we'll move to you. Circumstances are what they are. You're not receiving the high amount of minutes that you did last year with all the injuries. How has that adjustment been like while still trying to make a significant impact to the team?
I'm not playing as much this year, but I feel like I've been able to contribute a lot on the sideline. And coming off the bench, I feel like I provide a lot of good minutes for the team when Janae and Anna Nikki need breaks, so that's good. And I can also, I did this for a year, so I can also give them pointers and let them know what I see off the bench and help them out in that way.
Yeah, you talked about Janae and Anna Nikki, 2 freshmen. What role have you made in, nurturing them in their first year here at Moon Township?
Yeah, obviously it's a big adjustment going from high school to Division I basketball, and for Anna Nikki coming from a whole other country. So I had the opportunity to do skill workouts all preseason with them, and I've gotten to know them and, really develop a relationship with them. So they feel comfortable with me. I feel comfortable with them. We go to each other, when we see stuff, or we're hard on each other, we pressure each other in practice, and we just make each other better, which, overall makes the team better.
Yeah, you did provide 11 minutes off the bench last game, your highest of the season. You did score your first points of the season. Did doing so relieve a little bit of pressure for you and, let you just go focus on playing on basketball?
Yeah, it did. It really I felt more comfortable. I felt like I was really getting into, my groove and, really finding myself on the court and, really developing my role on this team.
Well, thank you to the both of you. Look for the Colonials as they travel to Niagara on December 7th, and check back in a week for another weekly edition of the Rob Morris Women's Basketball Coaches Show. Thank you.